Now, the Obama administration is claiming, and a lot of Republicans agree, that, look, we're just doing limited bombing of Syria. That's not war. That doesn't count as war. We're just going to do it for a period of time and devastate some of their military installations. So obviously that's not war. Well, there's a meme going around the internet which is very popular now, which is quite clever, no matter what you think of whether we should act or not in Syria. Let's take a look at it. Pearl Harbor, not actually an act of war, just a limited airstrike with no boots on the ground. Yeah, it's pretty hard to argue with it. I believe we took it as an act of war. So now I move on to Ariel Castro. Now, yesterday I intimated that yes, it appeared to be a suicide for Ariel Castro, of course, the guy who kidnapped those 3 poor girls in Ohio. But was it really? And I kept doing this. Now it looks like authorities will be investigating how the Cleveland kidnapper wound up killing himself. Or did he? Okay, that was a nice headline. I read into the story. They're just going to say he was in protective custody and they were supposed to watch him every 30 minutes and they want to figure out how he actually committed suicide. There's actually no intimation that someone else killed him. But nonetheless, I say, all right, I did like one quote from Cuyahoga County Prosecutor Tim McKindy. This man couldn't take for even a month a small portion of what he had dished out for more than a decade. Now, I'm not sure a prosecutor is supposed to say that, especially after he's already gotten his conviction, but it was a badass line that I totally agree with. Remember, he kept those women basically in prison for over 10 years, and he raped them and abused them and tortured them, etc. He's in prison for a month, and he hangs himself. You know, nobody's surprised that he's a coward. All right. And finally, a Northern California town, Siskiyou County, there's no way I said that right, okay, has decided, hey, you know what? We'd love to secede from the state of California. Well, there's 38 million people in California, so what do they have? You know, 16 million, 12 million in this county, 5 million in the county? Oh, no, they only have 45,000 residents. But they say, well, we'd like to be our own state anyway. Perhaps we can grab another conservative part of Oregon as well. I'll get to conclusive evidence on how conservative they are in a second. But these 45,000 residents, and they voted 4-1, the board did, to secede. 45,000 residents would have 2 senators, just like the other 38 million people in California. Yeah, that seems pretty fair. And I love that they think that this is clever. They're like, oh, I got this great idea. Why don't we have a bunch of really, really small conservative states that all get 2 senators? Wow, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I bet the Constitution allows for it. Oh, right. No, it says you must get the permission of the state you're in, plus the United States Congress. Oops. My guess is that you have not received that permission, nor will you, because these conservative knuckleheads, among many other reasons, have decided to name their state Jefferson. And they're not talking about Thomas Jefferson, they're talking about Jefferson Davis. Not really the way to get the Union's permission to secede.